Faith Bible Adventures, written by Bill Vincent, narrated by Al Remington. Produced at Golden Thread Vocals, LLC. Faith Bible Adventures, written by Bill Vincent, narrated by Al Remington. Produced at Golden Thread Vocals, LLC. All rights reserved. Table of Contents. Chapter 1, The Story of Adam and Eve. Chapter 2, The Story of Noah and the Ark. Chapter 3, The Story of Hagar and Ishmael. Chapter 4, The Story of Abraham and Isaac. Chapter 5, The Story of Jacob. Chapter 6, The Sale of a Birthright. Chapter 7, The Story of the Ladder that Reached to Heaven. Chapter 8, The Story of Joseph and his coat of many colors. Chapter 9, The Story of the Money in the Sacks. Chapter 10, The Story of Moses, the child who was found in the river. Chapter 11, The Story of the Grapes from Canaan. Chapter 12, The Story of Gideon and his 300 soldiers. Chapter 13, The Story of Samson, the strong man. Chapter 14, The Story of Ruth, the gleaner. Chapter 15, The Story of David, the shepherd boy. Chapter 16, The Story of the Fight with the Giant. Chapter 17, The Story of the Cave of Adullam. Chapter 18, The Story of Solomon and his temple. Chapter 19, The Story of Elijah the prophet. Chapter 20, The Story of the Fiery Furnace. Chapter 21, The Story of Daniel in the lion's den. Chapter 22, The Story of the angel by the altar. Chapter 23, The Story of Jesus, the babe of Bethlehem. Chapter 24, The Story of the Star and the Wise Men. Chapter 25, The Story of the Child in the Temple. Chapter 26, The Story of the Water that was turned into wine. Chapter 27, The Story of the Stranger at the Well. Chapter 28, The Story of the Fisherman. Chapter 29, The Story of the Sermon on the Mount. Chapter 30, The Story of the Miracle Worker. Chapter 31, The Good Shepherd and the Good Samaritan. Chapter 32, The Story of the Palm Branches. Chapter 33, The Story of the Betrayal. Chapter 34, The Story of the Empty Tomb. Chapter 35, The Story of the Man at the Beautiful Gate. Chapter 36, The Story of Stephen, the first martyr. Chapter 1, The Story of Adam and Eve. The first man's name was Adam, and his wife was called Eve. They lived in a beautiful garden away in the east country, which was called Eden, filled with beautiful trees and flowers of all kinds. But they did not live in Eden long, for they did not obey God's command, but ate the fruit of a tree which had been forbidden them. They were driven forth by an angel and had to give up their beautiful home. So Adam and his wife went into the world to live and to work. For a time they were all alone, but after a while God gave
Sample complete. Ready to continue?